Hi, I'm Day Wilson of Bakepedia.com, and I'm going to show you how to bake easy chocolate cake. This is one of my favorite all-time recipes. It's a basic. After decades of making wedding cakes and birthday cakes for people, this is the recipe I now come back to because it's not only super easy, it is reliably moist every single time. And it happens to be vegan, so it's going to appeal to a lot of you. So what I have here is I've started with all-purpose flour. And you can get the recipe on the website at Bakepedia.com. This is just going to be about the technique. We've got all-purpose flour. I have natural cocoa, so you don't want Dutch process, you want natural cocoa. I have sugar. Now, the sugar is going to go into the dry mix. We're not creaming anything here. And I have some baking soda and some salt. Now I'm going to whisk those together just to give it a head start, since we're not using a mixer. Okay, so there's our dry mix. And now we have our wet. Now this might sound unconventional. There's no butter, there's no eggs, we're using oil, I'm using water, but believe me, this is all going to come together. So I have some warm water, that's going to go right in. I have some flavorless vegetable oil, whatever you have in the pantry that you use as your flavorless vegetable oil. It could be canola, safflower, sunflower, vegetable oil. Now, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This is white vinegar. You could use white, you could use apple cider vinegar, but you don't want anything with a lot of flavor, no balsamic. And then this is a tablespoon of vanilla. Again, all the ingredient amounts are on the website. Now all I'm going to do here is whisk this together. There's our chocolate cake batter. Not even too taxing on the arm muscles. Not bad at all. Now you could do this in 8-inch pans or 9-inch pans. I like to use 8-inch pans because it gives a taller look to my layer cake. I always like to use straight-sided cake pans. Now here they are. We're going to prep the pans by spraying the bottom and sides with some nonstick spray. And then I'm also going to line the bottoms of the pan with parchment paper that's been cut to fit. And this is going to ensure that they unmold easily and beautifully. You can spritz the paper a little bit. There we go. Switch to a big spatula. Look at this beautiful batter. Oh, so chocolatey, so rich, so moist, and so easy. Promised you it was easy. And wait till you see the finished product. There we go. Clean up the pan. I've got the oven preheated to 350. These are going to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes until a toothpick tested in the center still shows a few moist crumbs clinging. In the oven they go. So here they are. They've come out of the oven. Look how dark they are. I told you they're going to look dark. They smell so chocolatey. So we're going to cool them on a wire rack for about 5-10 minutes. Let most of the heat dissipate, and then we'll turn them out. So they've cooled for 5 or 10 minutes. They're just warm to the touch. Now what you want to do is you want to loosen them from the sides of the pan. I like to use a small icing spatula. Always press out towards the pan. If you press in towards the cake, you might shave off the edges of the cake. Just insert it and go around. Same thing for this one. There we go. I'm going to turn it out onto, look how beautifully that released. And part of it is because of the parchment. Remember we put the parchment down there. And now always peel the parchment off so that now the cake can really cool. You want the heat to completely dissipate. Otherwise you'll end up with a gummy cake. And all that care that you took to bring it to this point will be for naught. Cooling is very important. Cooling properly is very important. Okay, so now we're just going to let it cool completely, and then it would be ready for us to eat. Now the cakes have cooled completely and they're ready for you to fill and frost with buttercream, but I just want to show you Look at this. I'm not going to fill in frosted because this is all just about this chocolate cake, because of course you could fill it in frosted with anything. Mocha, chocolate, vanilla, raspberry buttercream. I want to show you how moist it is. So we're going to cut a nice piece here. Look at this. So easy to make, and check this out. Moist, moist, moist. Okay, that's way too big of a bite. If I put that in my mouth, I won't be able to talk to you and tell you how delicious this is. Rich chocolate flavor from that high quality natural cocoa that you used. Very moist. Oil-based cakes actually freeze really well. I don't like to freeze butter cakes, but an oil-based cake, so rich, so easy, as promised. The recipe is Easy Chocolate Cake. It's at Bakepedia.com, and I know that this will become a basic in your repertoire.